Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got in here, man? Latoya, what's up with you? Roll Tide
Oh
to you.
yeah.
Toya, much love to you, Toya. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you for sure, for sure.
Let me see.
Joe Willie's in the house. What's up, Joe Willie?
Joe.
Roll Tide to my broski Joe Willie for sure, for sure. We got B Sharp and Coach Carl in here. Lisa Fitz, you, my partner for
Lisa.
sure. Look, man, tap in with Lisa. I'm trying to tell y'all, tap in with
I need
Lisa.
one of them towels.
Yeah, man, you can't go wrong, man. It is Lisa Fits you for a reason, and that is a whole fact. Good to see you, Lisa. So good to see you for sure, man. My broski Dwight, the artist himself, man. Dwight,
All right. What's going
what's
on?
going on, homie? Good to see Dwight up in here, man. Good to see Dwight. Love the Dwight to death, man. Good to see my broski, man. Really appreciate Dwight. Dwight has got major skills when it comes to these banners and it comes to these background art, man. This guy is awesome. Really,
Look
really
like
talented. Yeah, that is Dwight's work right there behind Coach Carl. When I get me a green screen and understand how the hell to do that, I will be right there as well.
on the block.
Much love to Dwight. Dwight, we appreciate you, bro. You already know, man. Good to see you guys, man. Tap on in. Please, please, please hit that like button if you will. We're not gonna worry you long, but we did want to talk with you guys about some things and how you guys thought about this offense. I did a lot of research over the past couple of days, man, of of uh, of Coach Grubb's Seattle offense and Coach Grubb's Washington offense. I had a lot of people hitting me talking about he sucked at Seattle and stuff like that. But when I really went back and did my research, I found some interesting things, man. I really found some interesting things that I may have to partially disagree with you on. Shout out to Anitra. Anitra, what's up with you, girl?
Anitra.
Good to see you in here. Always a blessed time when my girl Anitra's in here with the fellas. Good to see you, man. Really appreciate you. Want to tap in just for a minute and get my guys opinion about this, man. And I want to start and set the tone. I had to write some of this stuff down because I really, really, really did a lot of deep research on Seattle. And I went through a lot of games and really, really saw with my own two humble eyes of what I thought, man. And I'm not as worried as most people is about, what happened in Seattle. Um, so a lot of good things, man. I wanted to get you guys' take on this. Kanafi, what's up with you, homie? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Thanks, bro. So what I came up with, coaches, is if that music is too loud, please let me know too. It's hard to tell sometimes we have our earpieces in and on the computer.
Good to
It's a little
go.
difficult. Good to go. Okay, cool.
Here.
So what I came up with, Coach Carl and Brinsky, is this right here, man. So I went back and I watched Grubbs at Washington. I was very familiar with that offense at Washington with the research we've done in the past, but I went back and watched a lot of Seattle Seahawks too, man. And what I found out with Grubb this is just my humble opinion. It doesn't make it right. This is just what I possibly think. The NFL game is a little different game. Shout out to JB. JB, what's up with you, bro? 718 in the house. JB, how you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. For sure, for sure. Good to see you up in here, brother. We talking about Coach Grubb, man, and what this offense may look like. And I wanted to get my guys' take on this. And I was going to give them my quick spiel of what I found out, and I want to see what these guys thought. When I went back and I watched it, Coach, and Brinsky, I saw that, for one thing, a lot of people don't understand that the NFL game is a different game, bro. I mean, I know it's football. We all get that. Football is football. But what I noticed about Coach Coach Grubbs is, for one, they had a hell of a lot of injuries on that Seattle team. Hell of a lot of injuries on that Seattle team, man. A lot of people out, man. But I did want to highlight some things that I saw. When you're talking about the NFL game, that people don't understand, but the hash marks on the NFL game are different, right? And you say, well, what you mean, Coach Sean, the hash marks are different? How does that make a difference in between college and this is just my humble opinion. Never coached in the NFL, never played in the NFL, watched a lot of it, but what I found out is there's a lot of coaches across the country that want the NFL hash marks. You have to understand the NFL hash marks are about, it's anywhere from 18 to 20 foot across the field, right? You got to remember, college game, they like 40 feet. So you got a lot more space as far as the hash marks are concerned. And if you look at the hash marks in the NFL, well, in college, they saying the hash marks in college football are built for football a long time ago. The college coaches want the hash marks to represent the defensive coaches anyway, want the hash marks in college football to replicate the NFL. And the difference is in college football, you got to remember, man, an offense can kind of line their receivers up on the opposite sideline, right, from where the ball is spotted, right? And it's so much space in between that, guys. Look at Tennessee, right? What that does is it makes it easier for the quarterback to read coverage. When you that far apart and it's that much grass, right? More grass equals more space, means it's easier for the quarterback to make a decision. You got to remember the NFL being tighter, right? It make the defense easier to disguise stuff. It make the defense more tight. In college football, the field side, the boundary side is a big deal in college football, right? In pro football, not so much. It's sort of even because the hash marks are so tight, right? So a lot of your screens, a lot of your tunnels, a lot of your jailbreaks, they don't work as well in the NFL. And that's what he based his offense off of: screens, counters, empty set, bunch formation, right? A lot of that stuff is very difficult to run in the NFL because everything is so tight. I want to know what you guys thought about that. A lot of coaches are built for the college game, guys, built for the college game. And I think Grubb is one of them. I want to know, starting with you, Coach Carl, I want to know what you thought about that. I noticed that. I noticed a lot of the plays he ran were short stuff, stuff to try to get the ball into the receiver's hands quick, stuff to utilize the college game. But in the NFL game, everything is so tight. He didn't do a bad job. It just didn't work the same as college. I want to know what you thought about that.
Well, I'll say this, Coach. Yeah, you're exactly right. He did not do bad in the NFL. It takes some time. It takes time to get adjusted to the NFL game. Like I said, with those tight hash marks, you're just not gonna come in the NFL your first year calling plays and get adjusted to the tight hash marks. And when you running the screen plays, now the guys don't run screens in the NFL; they run jets.
Exactly.
You run the screens unless it's like quick. It's like bailout screens. It's got to be some real deep bailout screen where you kicking on all cylinders in the passing game when defensive linemen, defensive ends, they start peeling their hat back and pressing the quarterback. Then you hit a tunnel stream at that point. You really can't run screens in the NFL just up there running screens, tunnel screens, jet sweeps, and all that. Most people like Andy Reid. Andy Reid made his mark. Instead of running screens, he started running jets.
Yeah.
Jet sweep, jet sweep, toss out, jet sweep, run out with, then then you throw a back pass to the tight ends. That's how you run offense in the NFL because it's so condensed.
Facts.
In football, you have 40 yards of space. If you go on one side of the hash mark, you got 40 yards of space on the other side of the field. That binary side of the field and that field side of the field. Binary side is so short, field side of the field is so wide. And then you utilize space. Now you put Ryan Grubb with 3 wide receivers and a running back, and you get all on flow in the same direction in space, you can't cover it. Like, I saw this with my own 2 eyes. I can't say much about what happened to Alabama practice, but I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
That offense is unstoppable. It's unstoppable. You know, when that offense is clicking, these folks catch the ball, they're running back hitting the right holes, you can't stop. Alabama probably had the most talented defense in the secondary this year. They can't compete. I mean, they cannot compete with Ryan Grubb's offense. That offense is ferocious. You know, you're talking about defenses that lines up and shut down offense, can't shut down his offense. If you take away Ryan, he's gonna beat you with somebody else.
Facts.
You double Ryan, Andrew, Bunny Bernard, somebody else gonna beat you. If you start listening to quarterback, they're gonna run the ball at you. You drop back in pass, they're gonna run the ball at you. You start keying on the run, they're gonna dink and dunk you down the middle over the sideline. As soon as you start playing zone, it will hit you over the top. This offense is so dynamic, man. Just me sitting up 3 hours watching practice, all like, wow. I seen these kids like looking at defense. I'm like, oh, this lock and everything, you know. Where he come from?
Facts.
Wide open. Like, way this man called offensive plays, man. If we had this offensive sets last year, we win in natty with Jalen Murray because it's simplified so easy. Your first read is not deep downfield. Your first read gonna get the safety eyes in the backfield, and they're gonna be like, okay, the safety gonna sit flat footed, then they bomb you on top. I'm telling you, Ty Simpson probably gonna win the job. Austin Mack is more like a Jared Goff type. Keelan Russell is the future. I tell you, the kid might start day one, but Ty Simpson. And listen, a lot of folks talk about Austin Mack, Ty Simpson, burning. What I saw my own to learn, that kid is burning. But he flowing, and he will flow very well in this offense. Him and Keelan Russell they're gonna flow perfect in the offense, but the offense gear, it got so many keys to this offense. You read and run first, then you got your quick slant game, your quick slant idea, they bomb your top idea quarterback pushing and running. When the quarterback scrambling, somebody coming back downhill, and you got a fourth option that's a drop. Like it's so dynamic offense. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 reads. It's just so dynamic, and it don't matter who playing in the offense. They're gonna really flourish. Either Tyra or the Keelan Russell. Either one gonna make mistakes. They're gonna have some 3 and outs. You might drive long and kick some field goals. But either way it goes, it's gonna be a dynamic offense. We're gonna score a lot of points. In the NFL, he couldn't utilize his schemes and he couldn't utilize his sets because it's so condensed. And you gotta think about NFL head coaches, man. They get paid a lot of money. NFL defense coordinator, they get paid a lot of money. Those defense guys on that sideline in the NFL, they get paid a lot of money. You got Pro Bowls, you got Defensive Player of the Year, you got all these other things, defensive back titles, linebacker titles. These folks trying to get these awards because they get incentives and bonus on these awards. So they playing their asses off. One bad snap, they might not get on the field again.
Facts.
Now you're looking for another team. So the defenses in the NFL are more prime for all the different schemes. You're going to have to come out, you're going to have to run at them, you're going to have to try to out scheme them back shoulder throws. Geno Smith was not a back shoulder throw. He a passing quarterback, but he couldn't consistently hit the back shoulder. You got to be able to back shoulder throws, you got to be able to deep crosses, deep outs, posts, snow goals, corners. I mean, you got to be able to hit it on every single angle in the NFL. And if you got a weakness in the NFL, they're going to exploit it. And in college, the quarterback has a weakness. It's hard to exploit a quarterback weakness in college because you can scheme with so much grace. It's so much grass that you can scheme the quarterback into the first round. You can take a Matt Jones, scheme Matt Jones up, put Matt Jones in the first round, even be a top 10 quarterback. Put him in the NFL. You scheming in the first year, the second year. You can't scheme offensive and you can't scheme defense in your second year as a quarterback. You have to be talented. You're not talented. Defense, NFL defense is gonna eat you alive.
That's a fact.
With Ryan Grove offense, as long as he has space, you can't stop it. Like literally, you cannot stop it.
Oh, facts, man.
You cannot stop that offense.
All facts, coach. I can't disagree with you not one bit. That is spot on, brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Janet, man. Shout out to Janet. Love to see you. Roll Tide, Coach Sean, Coach Carl Brinsky. Much love, Janet, man. Love to see you in here, man. Yeah, everybody loves to see when you in here, Janet. Make us feel much better, man. We really, really appreciate you tapping in, man, for sure. My brother Buck in here, man. What's up, Buck? What do, fellas? Thank you for tapping in, man. Appreciate all you guys. Coach Carl is spot on, man. That's exactly what I was saying. That's my opinion as well when it comes to Coach Grubb at Seattle. Now, Brinsky, I want to get you on the same topic, man. In the NFL, these teams have left hash plays, right hash plays, how wide the hash marks are, this, that, and the third. Excuse me, in college. I'm sorry about that. Now, I want to know what you think, man. In the NFL, these formations are tighter, making coverage harder to read, man. Pretty much favoring the defensive side of the ball. Yep. That's why you see the average is 20-something points a game in the NFL. This, pretty much among other things, man, is one of the reasons why college football games are so high scoring. So when people say, he sucked at Seattle and all that. What do you think about that, man? As far as the pro game as opposed to college game?
I think a lot of things that these folks, because I'm glad that we even having this topic, because I know when I made a post with you talking about it, folks was talking fair to point out, talking about that's why DK wanted out. But DK literally had the same stats that he normally puts up, and only played one less game. I think, hold on, he played 15. So I take that back, played. Yeah, one less game than last year. But the problem is that they don't realize, like, what's his name? Walker was out, and he was a big part of that offense. And he was having a good year up to that point. And then when he got hurt, now you don't take a lot of pressure off Geno Smith. Now Geno Smith taking more risks. And we know Geno Smith is not that guy. Like, he's pretty much an average quarterback in the NFL. He's not the guy. He's not a Jaden Daniels that you will book your future on. Really. And you can tell the difference from college to NFL. That's why a lot of college guys don't succeed in the NFL, because you say scheme, formation, how wide the field is, and like Coach Carr said, they get paid a lot of money to stop this type of stuff. Man, it's crazy that they even think that he sucked, because it was like, what, 1 year, and pretty much with an average quarterback, everybody hurt, and you almost get in the playoffs still with all those injuries. So I don't know, man. It's just, you just gotta. They thought Nick Saban sucked, and Nick Saban didn't have a quarterback. So hey,
that's a whole fact, Brinsky. I that you pretty much saying the same thing I was saying, and people gotta understand, man. Coach Grubb's offense, he loved running that 3x1. Love that 3x1, that bunch set. And really and truly in college football, the 3x1 formation can cause a lot of issues, bro. It can cause a lot of issues, man. You got to understand that 3x1, it really can allow you to see what the defense is going to do with the weak safeties. He's going to come over the top, right? The way you commit can tell me as an offensive guy what to do, right? That 3x1 is a very, very, very good formation in college because it spreads the field. There's a lot of different things you can do out of that, man. A lot of different things. You know, and it's I don't understand why people think this guy did bad, because, you know, if you know the NFL, you know that game is a different game, bro. And when you look at Coach Grubb's, his basics, 11 personnel at Seattle, 11 personnel at Washington, even some 10 personnel, man. What is his favorite things he like to do? He liked that 3x1. He loved those hitches, those inside hitches. I seen a lot of seams, right? All that stuff work in college football, right? Anytime you can have space, anytime you can have grass, anytime you can throw quick stuff and get the ball in your receiver's hands quick, those kind of things work. Now, I want to talk about this really quickly. And shout out to KT. Shout out to my girl KT. Shout out to Patrick Trotter. Shout out to, you know, good to see Nick Harbin in here, man. Much love to my girl KT, man. Much love. Henry Campbell's in here, man. What's up, Henry? Good to see you guys. Tough as nails in here, man. Good to see you guys, man. Really, really appreciate y'all more than you know. So what I saw, Coach and Brinsky, is this, bro. This guy was in the shotgun about 70%, 80% of the time, probably more than that. Like I rarely seen plays where this dude was not in the shotgun, right? They love throwing those hitches, man. But it's a play he ran that really stuck in my brain. Travel Panel Sportscast, my broski from the home right there. Much love, Travel Panel. Good to see you, my boy, for a show. Thank you for tapping in. I seen a play with these guys ran empty set. They love being in empty, right? He loved empty set. Commit more resources to the wide receivers, to the running backs. And the one thing about Coach Grubb is these guys throw a lot of screens, but to the wide receiver, not the running back. Mm-hmm. You know, your jailbreaks, your tunnels, things of that nature. They throw a gang of screens to the wide receiver, not the running backs. So I seen one play where they was in 3x1. It was in a bunch set. We just say that. It was in a bunch. Running back was opposite the side of the bunch. Now imagine this. Running back is coming on pre-snap motion across the formation. The running back stops at the quarterback and he stutter steps, right? Defense hesitation. They starting to point at the running back. On hike, running back takes off. Bunch side. They fake the bubble screen. They turn toward the running back, right? Like they're gonna throw the bubble screen. The slot receiver act like he gonna block and releases underneath, right? They throw an inside screen to the dadgum wide receiver underneath with the center and the guard releasing. Touchdown, right? Everybody done overplayed it because they faking the bubble screen. Everybody take off that way. Everybody, I'm talking about everybody, right? The inside guy, the slot guy, acts like he gonna block and then releases underneath inside. And they throw the inside screen underneath for a touchdown. We did nothing like that last year. Nothing. And you would think with the offensive line that we had, screens would have been something that we would have excelled at, right? Not a very dangerous throw. Defense is bringing pressure anyway. We couldn't block it anyway. You would think we would have ran some type of screen plays, jails, tunnels, anything, man. But we never did. I want to get you guys' opinion on that. This guy loves the screens, clearly. Loves the screens, man. And I noticed he loved them to the wide receiver the most. I wonder what you think, starting with you this kind, Brent. What do you think about Coach Grubb's screen package to the wide receivers? Not a lot of screens to the running back, but a hell of a lot of them to the different receivers.
We had athletes that can get out of there. That just, you got to find a way to get the ball into the playmaker's hand, especially just making it quick throws. So it ain't taking too much time, like Coach Carr said. Just trying to make quick decisions and give it to your playmakers and let them make a play. So I like it.
Facts, man. Facts. I feel good about it as well. What about you, Coach?
Man, I love it, man, because like I said, the thing about this type of offense, but you fail to realize on another play, right? They put the running back out there and they rolled the running back out like they ran the bubble. They also ran Lockett across the field and then Lockett did a wheel down the sideline wide open for a touchdown too on that same exact play. But the way he run offense, man, it's kind of like Steve Sarkisian. When he's at Bama, he run offense so smooth, so smart, and he always thinking 3 plays in advance. He's setting you up for the third play. He gonna run this at you, then he gonna come back at you with another play. He always thinking in advance. Last year, our play caller caught in the moment. The average play caller, man, that's a good play caller, like actually a really, really great one, like Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin. You know, we had Mike Locksley. Now we got Grubbs. All our really, really great offensive coordinators, they caught plays in advance. They were setting you up for a kill shot, or they were setting you up for a screenplay like that TJ Yeldon screenplay. Go down LSU, be LSU. That was all set up the whole game. We set that up the whole game. Then we ran at an opportunity at the time. We got King Drake screenplay against Clemson. It was all setting you up, plays after play after play. Devontae Smith comes in motion, backside, boom, come right back out, hit him in the flat, score touchdown at Ohio State. These are all plays that were schemed plays that they took time and they watch, and then they go back and circle the play. Okay, if I need this play later on the game, I got you. Because I'm gonna run the same exact play, and I already know what you're doing on this play, and then I'm gonna come backside and on your ass up. That's the great offensive play call. What this dude is doing right now, he's putting all these plays together. He's not gonna show much in the screen, but when fall hits, and then line up in front of Florida State, and when his offense come out here and drop 45, 50 points, y'all gonna be like, okay, Ryan Grubbs in this shit. And then when you start averaging 30, 45 points a game, every single game this season, they're not gonna have a whole lot to talk about Ryan Grubbs. Like I said, the only knock I have on the offense, because I watched it personally, if they score so damn fast, man, that we had a defense that's gonna be able to stand up to it. Because they score so fast, man. They 3-play touchdown. And I'm like, this on our defense.
Yeah.
3-play, boom, boom, boom.
It all depends on if when you say that, yeah, I would be worried about only on the D line, because I don't think we have the depth right now. But we definitely had a depth on the back end, but we definitely probably attacked that during the spring transfer portal. So that's the only thing. If we score too fast, do we have the depth to go out there? That's what I say. It's just really on that line, defensive line. That's what I'd be worried about.
Yeah,
More
that
than-
was only my concern. They score so fast.
yeah.
He would have to slow the ball down and risk time, like you risk a 3 and out of here, or risk a 5 and out, 6 and out here, just to get a defensive break, because they score so that offense is so dynamic. And I'm talking about, man, they are not just Brian Williams and Jordan Bernard. They 8-9 wide receiver deep. I'm talking about, when I say 8-9 wide receiver deep, they can line up 8 or 9 wide receivers on the field and you still get the same production that you're gonna get from a Ryan Williams and Jordan Bernard. Might not get the same speed, the same technique, but you're gonna still get the same production. Like, offense. That shit different.
It is different, man. It is different. Shout out to Joe Willie. Shout out to Bob Rutherford, man. Shout out to Jay Mims in the house. Much love to all these guys, bro. Thank you guys for tapping in, man. And much love to my broski from another Moski, my brother Rob, man. Patriot life for death, though. I love that, man. Shout out to my brother. Good to see him. Roll damn tied to my broski and Mia. I'll definitely make sure I tell her, Rob. Good evening, coaches. Hope all is well. Rob with a $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you more than you know, as always, man. And it's good to see you, man. Hope you come down to 8 days. We can get it in again, man. Have a good time, man. Much love to my brother Rob, Patriot Life. Love you to death, man, for sure. $10 super chat, man. Good to see you, bro. Hope I see you down at 8 Day this year, brother. We got to kick it again. We just talking about Coach Grubb, Rob. We just talking about Coach Grubb and how would the offense look and what our expectations are, and some things I saw in Seattle that I think he's being held to a sort of an unfair standard. I think Coach Grubb did a great job there, considering the injuries they had, considering that's his first year, considering the NFL game and the hash marks and how different it is, man. I looked at some of this guy's route tendencies. I wanted to see the route tendencies based off what Coach Carr just said with the receivers that we had. Of course, we talked about the hitches, but a lot of flats, a lot of crossers, a lot of tight end screens, and a lot of go balls, right? Lots of go balls. And to Kanafi's point, all these things were set up, Kanafi, with the run game, right? Yep. They ran it just enough to set up the pass game, and in some games they passed to set up the run. It worked, man. It's just the Seattle Seahawks, man. That's a tough situation to walk into. Offensive line issues, man. I think considering the circumstances, Coach Grubb did a great job. I really do. I'm not worried about this at all. When you look at some of these guys' route tendencies, Coach Carl and Brinsky, to picture Latsier Brooks in these hitches, in these crossers, to picture Ryan, right? You know, in these flats. Ryan will kill you. You're not going to be able to man that game, to man that guy up. Now with Isaiah Horton finding his groove, finding himself, getting comfortable, right? You're not going to be able to double these guys, right? And if you do decide to double these guys, you're going to take resources away from your front seven, which is going to open up the run game, right? So I really do believe this is the type of offense we should have had from the jump. Yep. I thought we should have always got Jalen out of the pocket more to provide him some stability and to help him create with his athletic ability. We just never did that, man. I think the running backs are going to have a huge year. I think these guys are going to play. We got thumpers, we got speed backs, and these guys are getting more comfortable. But it all comes down to the offensive line. If this offensive line can play well and give these quarterbacks time, I think it's going to be great, man. What's up, D. Smith? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Hey. What's up, D?
Hey, right. D. Smith says Gino threw a career high with Grubb. And that's 1 year, D. That's 1 year. And everybody knows the NFL game is different. It's structured different. NFL game is about moving the chain. If the NFL could get 5 or 10 yards on every play, they'll be happy as hell, right? The college game is about space, running to grass. If the more grass you have, the more space you have. That's why you're putting up 50 points, 60 points. So I really am excited by this guy, man. I really want to see our guys with the talent that we have this year in this offense. And I think it's going to be great, man. I want to know you guys' expectations. Coach Carl, what is your expectation for this offense going into next season? Do you think we're going to score more points than last? Do you think we're going to hit some bumps in the road with the defenses that we got to face? What's your expectations going in the next season of this offense?
Next season of this offense, man, I think we're going back to that. I really, really believe we're going to end up going back to that Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin offense, but we were so dynamic, man, that we just couldn't be stopped. I mean, those are my expectations. Me, for one, like I said, man, for being on campus, being at practice, looking at the offense firsthand, seeing how the offense works, seeing how the offensive line was gelling. We do have a weakness. Yeah, we have a couple of weaknesses in offensive line, man, with the right tackle and right guard. There was a little bit of weakness because they was moving Jalen Robert from left to right sometimes in practice, trying to get the feel over, see what he best fit. So, and Caden Proctor didn't practice, even though he was there, he didn't practice. So they were just moving kids around from one side to the other in practice. But the biggest issue I'm gonna have is I think it's gonna be right tackle. I've seen how our right tackle look really, really good on run and look really, really terrible on pass. And like the right side got ate up a lot, even with Caden Proctor not being there on the left side was still solidified. Like the left side was really, really humming. So the only issue that I had was the right side of the offensive line. Red zone, kind of like somebody put down in the chat. Like I said, I told y'all in the group chat, in the group text, Isaiah Horton, red zone nightmare. Like literally, red zone nightmare. You can't go on him in the red zone. You got 4 or 5 wide receivers that taking the roof off. You have 4 or 5 wide receivers that playing underneath. You got your running backs that running hard. Daniel Hill look like a defensive tackle. Running the football, he was hard to tackle. So I mean, Jam looked really, really quick. Like Jam looked like he was so much faster this year than he was last year. Jam was even making 2 cuts. Like he would jump cut here, jump cut there, then get forward. Like Jam looked so much faster. I guess because Richard Young behind him, Richard Young coming out the backfield, out running down safeties, like dude, super, super fast. I had to see that firsthand. Like I didn't know how fast he was, but I sat there and looked at him firsthand. But this offense here, realistically, I think that this offense going 35 points a game minimum. Even with the defenses that we play, we go into Georgia between the hedges. I still think we go 35 points or more in Georgia. Because this offense is so dynamic and they come at you so many different ways. When you think they're passing, they're running. When you think they're running, they're passing.
Right.
They can run. They can set up a run and pass off a run play. Like it's a quarterback read. It's not even like a run pass option. If they set to hand the ball off and the linebacker shrink, the wide receivers already watching the wide receiver watching the linebacker. So they setting the block and the wide receiver jump, cuts down, or our receiver's gonna release it and find grass. Like everything is reading, man. I'm telling you, that's why I was saying we was in practice. They hand the ball off. You know, looking like, what the hell? And then they think, somebody come across the middle wide open, boom, catch the ball, they just streak it. Like, what the hell? Like, that was a run play. And you do a run play? Like, it's different. I mean, I say it's different. Brian Grove offense is undamn believable. When I say it looked virtually unstoppable, Richard Young, Jam Miller, Dane Hill, they look unstoppable in offense. The wide receiver look unstoppable in offense. The tight ends look great in offense. It's like, and they were going against ones and twos. They wasn't going against threes. It was like 1 versus 1, 1 versus twos, 1 versus ones and twos mix. Like it's something different, man. Like, I'm literally talking about it's something different. You got Cam Coleman, you got Brown, you got DJ, all these top tier corners that couldn't even run. Like they were so lost that they didn't know where the ball was going. And these top tier corners. And when they get a chance to make a play, the play is right there to be made, but the ball placement is so damn good, it was just
facts. I can't disagree with that at all, man. I agree with Kanafi. I agree with Janet. I agree with all of these, what they're saying. Brinsky, what's your expectations of us next year, man? Are you going to be patient with them? You think this offense is going to slow from the jump?
I just know I trust Coach Carl Word since he was there, and he know all
Facts.
like the rest of y'all. And so if his eyes say that, then I trust what he say. Only thing I know, I had the stat pulled up right here. Jam only ran the ball 145 times. Great picture, by the way, Coach Carl with Ryan.
Facts.
Things
Yes.
I was there.
145 times last year, and it was like 5 games he ran single digit. And like the most he had was the Auburn game. That was 28 touches. Outside of that, he didn't have more than 15. That was the first game. We have to run the ball more. We have the guys that can run the ball. We got Richard Young back there. Richard Young is our number 2 now. Richard Young is going to do great things. So Jam get tired, guess what? Let Richard go out there and get some burn.
Yeah.
Both of them tired. Let Daniel Hill, because I love how Daniel Hill run. He run mean.
Yeah.
That's I think that we ain't have at Alabama in a little minute. Like somebody that just, I'm not trying to sit back there and dance with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go up there and just
Beast
hit
mode.
that gap and go.
Beast mode.
And that's what we ain't have at Alabama in a minute. So long as we running the ball, I feel like we can run the ball well. That's going to take a lot of pressure off our offensive line. It's going to take a lot of pressure off our quarterback. Because I know, and it's only going to open up for the receivers because we know they dynamic. Ryan put on some weight. I love how the weight fitting him. And we ain't got to hear, oh, he's 17 years old anymore. Thank God, because they were just wearing that out all year. Mm-hmm. But I believe this offense is going to do some things. Like I said, man, I believe Ty is going to win the job. And you hear they just had that scrimmage. He played great from everything you hear coming out of there. So it doesn't surprise me because I feel like he has a different mindset this year. And you see that guys have voted him as, I think, liaison to the coaches and the players or whatnot, like one of the leaders. He's trying to take this job by the horn. And you could just tell he's just comfortable in his own skin this year. He's ready to make a big impact and just probably take Alabama back to where we need to be. So I expect big things. Now, if we getting 35 points a game, hell, that sounds like national championship level. Why? Because all those guys we have on defense returning. And if we can score 35 points a game, I highly doubt a lot of folks is going to score 35 points on that defense, let alone 21, especially if they throwing that ball. Because I trust our back end with Bray Hubbard. I don't think they're going to put Zay over Keon Sabb just over seniority. But I think they should. But that back end is going to be protected. Xavier's going to play better. But, yeah, man, I just expect big things from this team this year.
All facts, man. All facts. And me being an offensive guy, I definitely expect big things. And the one thing I love about Coach Grubb, I don't think he will be vanilla on third down. If you, the coaches will tell you, everybody on this panel will tell you that was my thing all season. This guy we have now, I love the fact that he run a lot of horizontal stretches, a lot of post concepts, a lot of corner post concepts, great at manipulating those 2 safety high structures. Love that, right? Whenever we play team running 2 safety high, we seem to get lost in the sauce last year. We didn't know what the hell we wanted to do. And that really bothered me. I do believe this year our wide receivers are very comfortable at beating man, at running man beaters. A lot of mesh concepts. I want to see these guys catch the ball. You got to find a way to get the ball in these guys' hands quickly. Somebody like Latsier Brooks, man, you got to get that kid the ball early, quick, quick hitters. So, that's my thing, man. I want to be more efficient on the offensive side of the ball. That was always my pet peeve, if you will, on third down. Really didn't like how we utilized third down, third and short, third and long. Really used to aggravate me, man. So really looking forward to this, man. We'll end the offensive side of the ball as far as just saying that my expectation is to be anywhere from 7 to 14 points better than last year. I expect that. I expect Ryan to be more comfortable. I expect Isaiah Horton to come in and be comfortable with this offense. I expect Lattier as a young kid to come in and make some plays here and there. I'm looking forward to seeing Bubba Hampton. I'm looking forward to seeing that kid get healthy. He's another electric person. Shout out to Katrina. What's up, Katrina? Good to see you, girl. Thank you for coming, man. Good to see you for sure, for sure. Really looking forward to seeing Bubba Hampton and Rico Scott. Remember that name, Rico Scott. This kid is going to have a hell of a career at Alabama. I think Jeremy Bernard is the elder statesman in that room. I think Jeremy, I did a little video on Jeremy when I was on Brinsky's channel. I gave my opinion about Jeremy. Jeremy is my X factor. I love that kid because that kid epitomizes what Alabama does. He blocks. He'll go over the middle and catch it. He'll do everything that you need a full-fledged wide receiver to do. He's not a possession guy. This guy will do it all, right? So I just think we should be better. I think we should be better.
Hey, Coach.
Defensively, guys. Defensively. Starting with you, Brinsky.
Let me say something right quick, Coach.
Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Jeremiah Bernard, he's faster than people think he is.
He what?
He's way faster than people think
he
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Facts.
Let's do Bama a favor. Let's stop mentioning Elijah Brooks and Rico Scott before damn Georgia fans and all the Auburn fans start paying attention.
Trying to pick them up. I know, right? Shout out to Bama in 2025. Good to see you.
Let's keep that on the wraps. Those guys.
Facts. All facts.
We got to keep those guys a secret. Right? That's
why we definitely got to keep those guys a secret.
You're never gonna hear me mention on live. I won't say nothing about those two guys. I'm gonna keep that quiet.
I love those kids, man. Shout out to Goof. Goof, what with your brother, bro? Goof. I love those kids, man. I like the fact that Coach Grubb be getting in their ass, right? Yep. I love the fact that Coach Shepard be getting in their ass, right? It never hurts to get at a kid a little bit, to let him know I love you, but I'm gonna get at you to make you a better player. And I think that's gonna pay off during the season. Brinsky, starting with you. Quickly, what do you feel about this defense, man? I mean, the defense is got lots of talent coming back. Take your pick, right? What do you feel about this defense going into next season?
I think the one thing I kept hollering about all last year was the secondary. Knew Damani was going to be our number one, but just wanted to see, was he going to have his confidence coming to Alabama, because we knew how great he was in high school. I wish he would have stuck with his commitment the first time instead of going to USC while they were studying his growth. And then he comes in and you can just see that swagger bag, just like I got on that Alabama now. I'm going to let you know that I'm him. And he proved it all year long. And then we had Xavier out there, young guy, and Red, and Jalen. That was the only thing that was worrying me, just so many young guys playing in that secondary. But this year, all those guys have experience except Jalen. He moved over to the wide receivers. But all those guys that we had coming back in with Cam Calhoun back there. More than likely he's going to play the Husky position. I'm like, man, I'm loving everything about our secondary, even though that's my favorite position on the football field, which is cornerback. And then, of course, very high on Zay Mincy, high on Bray Hubbard. I think Bray is, if not the smartest person on that defense. I think he's extremely smart back there. He's going to hold it down. Nothing's going to go over his head. And definitely will pick that thing off in a minute. Only thing that we just need to get some depth on. But I feel like we top heavy. We just don't have the depth. Is that D-line. That's just the only thing. Yeah. Everywhere else, I'm really comfortable about.
All facts. Coach Carl, I know you that's your ground roots, right? That side of the ball. I mean, we got all these guys back, man. We got all these guys back. I think Coach Womack does a great job with these defenses. Yeah, we had some bad games, right? I want to know what you feel. I want to know how you feel about that defense going into this season.
Defense going into this season, man, I'm not worried about it pretty much at all. I don't think that, like I said, only things I have concerns about is offense going so fast that the defense won't have enough time to get a whole lot of break. That's just the big issue with me. Not worried about the defensive line, Brinsky, because we have a whole lot of edges. We got a whole lot of outside linebackers. Only difference is we don't have the 4 defensive tackles.
Yeah,
but we do. Are we still solid with James Smith?
That's what I meant to say. Not defensive linemen, defensive tackles, to be precise.
But our 4 are still right. I mean, you got James Smith, Tim Keenan, and Jeremiah Beaman. Those first round draft picks for somebody when it comes out of school. James Smith probably gonna be a top 20 draft pick. Tim Keenan probably gonna be top 30. And you got Jeremiah Beaman coming in. He's gonna probably be a top 10, top 15 when he decide to leave college. So we got 3 solidified defensive tackles there. And then they got the freshmen came in. They all look great. Like they really look great. Only difference between the defense, the younger ones that they didn't know the defense that well, so they were still going in the wrong gaps. Other than that, the defense looked spectacular. We didn't have our linebackers because we was working on the freshmen because with our linebacker was sitting out one had on black shirt, one was injured, so they didn't do a whole lot of stuff with the linebackers. So we played a lot of young linebackers. The young linebackers still look great. Like I'm telling you, the defense looks great. It's just offense was just so dynamic that the defense couldn't keep up. But when you put the starting defense on the second team offense couldn't move the ball at all.
Really?
Nothing. Nowhere. You don't go nowhere. Now you barely move. But when you put Keelan Russell with the first team offense, it was unstoppable too. So Ty, Keelan Russell. Like I said, the only thing that held the offense back was the fact that Austin Mack couldn't move the pocket. Like once Quay Russaw, guy get the moving, he couldn't move the pocket. All he would do was just either ground the ball or he'll take a set. He couldn't really move the pocket. But if they're not getting pressure, Austin Mack is Peyton Manning. He gonna sit back there and carve you up for dinner. Like sit back there eat dinner all day. He's just carving up turkeys. But with pressure, he can't move. No pressure, dinner. So the offense is perfect. The defense is, I can't lie. The defense was in right there in phase to make plays. It's just that the offense was scheming so good that it was either a catcher running underneath or a catcher over top.
Right.
They was right there in the position to make plays, even with the freshman Dejon Lee. Dejon Lee made so many plays. Like him being 6'4", fast as a damn deer. He was making up plays when he made a mistake and he tried to jump around or he stopped on the right watching the quarterback or receiver ran past him. He's so long and so fast that he made up for plays.
Facts.
So it's just like the defense is just so perfect, man. They played perfect. Made a few mistakes. Got beat, but our offense is so dynamic. Obviously, I can understand that. I don't think more offenses in the league in college football is that dynamic besides maybe Texas. Texas gonna have a dynamic offense. Auburn gonna have dynamic skill players, but I don't think the offense gonna be so dynamic. I don't see nobody just beating us. Tennessee gonna come and try to spread the field, put those guys on the back end so fast. And they understand the coverage so much better now with their vision coverage that they actually read and write keys. That is going to be hard for Tennessee to move the ball. So I really don't see many offenses that can actually play with the defense. If they tired of the offense scoring so fast, that'll give offenses like Tennessee a chance to spread the ball on different occasions. But other than that, man, the defense should be a championship quality defense. Literally a championship quality defense. No matter how they rotate players, everybody they put in the game gonna be able to contribute.
All facts, man. I love that, man. I love that because I think Kane Womack and his defense is gonna be even better as well. I know we sound like some homers and things like that, but I really believe this defense is gonna play better. What I've seen from Coach Womack, is when he's going from the 3 look to the 4 look, 4 down look, from odd to even, when you can flex out or bring a 4 down look, it seems like you're forced more one-on-one matchup as far as the pass rush up front. I think when people think of 4 downs, they think of, well, I had an A gap, you had a B gap. But in reality, the way Coach Womack runs his defense, runs his scheme, say the way he fit, you know what I'm saying? It helps create pressure, and helps create pass lanes. You know, it helps when the D line makes mistakes, the linebacker can help you clean up and make you look right very quickly. So I really enjoy that, man, about this guy. I think we just got caught in that Michigan game with a team that was physical. The elements sort of benefited them. We sort of got out of our identity. The one thing that really bothered me the most last year is because of the offensive play, it put the defense in a lot of bad situations, right? So the defense sort of struggled at times because they couldn't get off the field. But that was really because the offense really kept giving the other team short fields a lot of times. And we all know when you're playing another light competition team who's just as talented, that can put your defense in a bind, man. It really, really can. It can make for a long day. So I think all around we'll be better, man. Special teams should be as good. Offense is going to be better. Defense is going to be better. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about this quarterback situation. I've been on record saying that I don't know if Austin Mack will start. I'm not ever saying that. But what I was saying was about a few weeks ago when I talked about it, I heard some guys on the radio saying this is a 2-horse race. And maybe it is, right? But I didn't think it was a 2-horse race at that time.
Yeah.
It had only practiced, 2-3 times. I was just like, I just don't know if it's a 2-horse race yet. I know how difficult it is to play college football when you're a freshman. I don't care how talented the guy is. It's the more repetitions and the more games Keelan gets under his belt, the more comfortable that kid will be directing traffic, calling protections, identifying the mic. It's a lot of things that a quarterback has to do, man, from play to play, right? And it's very easy for veteran defensive coordinators to take advantage of a freshman in college. So I don't think that I didn't think Keelan's out of it. Of course not. I just think that right now these guys are all tip for tap. I'm not getting too excited about the scrimmage, right? Because it's one scrimmage. We all know how I seen Mac Jones suck in the scrimmage. Everybody was calling for Bryce. Put Bryce in there. He sucks. The next scrimmage, Mac Jones went out there and threw for over 300 yards, and Bryce played terrible. So I don't get too high. I don't get too low. If it's good, I don't get too high. If it's bad, I don't get too low. I try to stay even keel because we got a long way to go. We got a lot of things to figure out, right? I'm just happy that we did have someone to step up and take the bull by the horns and really take advantage of these scrimmages. Coach Brinson, let's start with you this time. What do you feel about this quarterback situation? How do you feel the competition is going? And do you feel that Ty may have taken a step, or do you feel like it's just one scrimmage? Let's pump our brakes.
Pump our brakes. Even if I believe Ty's going to win the job, like let's still pump our brakes. Nobody knows this is a 2-man race. Nobody knows this is a 3. I believe it's 3-man race until somebody is named the starter.
August. It's this. Let me be on record now, so you can call me Sean Stradamus. This quarterback competition, as far as the fans go, do you guys hear echo? Is that me? Do you hear echo? Is that my mic? I don't know. Testing.
Try muting yours real quick, Coach Carl.
Testing.
It went away.
Okay. Let it be on record that I say this right now. As far as the fans go, now they may decide behind closed doors, but as far as the fans go, this quarterback competition will not be figured out until August, until they come back.
At all.
Watch. Give me your thoughts, Brinsky. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, man. I don't believe it's gonna be solved no time soon until, like you said, until August. Man, it's a long way to go. Yeah, you may look good right now, but you may struggle next week. You say you may not fall off. Like they just saying Ty's been consistent. That's one thing you want to hear.
Facts.
So he's been very, very consistent. Like he's been doing the damn thing. And that's what I want to hear going all the way up, leading up to the Florida State game. And hopefully he is the starter moving forward. So everybody can just sit right there. No, you ain't got to rush nobody. Because I don't know why you want to rush Keelan to play and we destroy his confidence we don't have what if the old line is bad? And then they just keep sacking him. He don't have time to throw to do what he normally do. Now you're destroying his confidence early. Will he regain them confidence? Like, I think they ready for the bright lights until the bright lights turned on, man.
Facts.
Like, I don't care how big his stadium was in Texas, but when he go into Brian Denny and there's 100 and some odd folks out there screaming, it hits different, man. It's way different under them college lights. So let's just pump our brakes. It's gonna be a 3-man race. You may hear, Austin Matt struggling this week, and Austin Matt may be winning this week. Same thing with the other two. So only time will tell.
And remember, Coach Carl, this is a freshman. I love Keelan. I think he's the future of Alabama football. Him and Austin together, whatever the case may be. But a kid that young, a veteran DC, are gonna blitz him to death, right? They're gonna bring all type of blitzes, all type of pressures from all different type of ways. And they may do Ty the same way. They may do Austin the same way because we don't have a starter back, right? I want to know what you think about this quarterback situation going into the season.
I'm like y'all, man. I mean, honestly, I talk to people in Tuscaloosa a lot. You know? I met some people there that was doing Tide Media that was asking for videos and stuff. It was up there, and then we text a lot. And so he told one of the guys told me that Austin looked great Wednesday, but he looked terrible in the scrimmage.
Facts.
One guy told me that last week when Keelan was out there running the offense, he looked terrible. He couldn't handle the pressure coming up the middle because he was young. He didn't know to check down to get out. He just kept backpedaling until he bumped in coaches. So and they said Ty was getting out of the pocket a little too fast on pressures, and he would roll into a sacks. But either way it go, like no matter how you look at it, each and every last quarterback has their flaws.
Yeah, facts.
Their last one has their flaws. It's gonna go all the way into the season. I think myself personally, I think they may already decided who they're gonna start the season with. But they're gonna keep it just like you said, it's gonna be keep on the wrap. And we won't know anything unless somebody leaks it. Or we'll find out midway through August, right before probably a week or two before Florida State game, or maybe the week of Florida State game, who's gonna start. Or they might do what Nick Saban did with Jalen and Tua. Just see who runs out on the field first. That year that they had that quarterback competition. We find out who the quarterback when they run out on the field the night of the game. The first one to take the field, that's who the starting quarterback is. So that's what we might end up finding out. But on my 2 eyes, being on campus, let me rest assure you, no matter who rolls out there as quarterback for the Tide, we're gonna be damn good.
Facts.
We're gonna take our growing pains. We're gonna have our mistakes. If Tide rolls in, we're gonna be damn good. Period. If they start Keelan, it's gonna be damn good. They start Austin Mack, we're gonna be damn good. If they blitz Austin Mack, okay, they start blitzing him, they're gonna take him out, put Tide in the game, put Keelan in the game. They got 3 quarterbacks. When you got 3 solid quarterbacks that can go out there and win you a national championship, you in a good damn spot. So it don't matter how they do it. We got 3 quarterbacks that can actually succeed, win games. So I'm not worried about who starts. If Ty starts, oh well be it. I don't give a damn. Ty can go out there and put up 4,000-yard pass. Austin Mack start, oh well. Austin Mack can go out there and probably put up your 5,000-yard pass. If Keelan Russell start, he can give you about 35 passing, 25, 30 touchdowns, and he can give you some on the ground. It don't matter who starts at quarterback. Alabama is gonna be prime. Alabama gonna be okay. As long as the offensive line holds up, offensive line can pick up the blitzes. The running backs know how to pick up these stunts. Bama's fine. I promise you. Bama's fine.
And just say this one last thing.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I think everybody like it depends on who you like. Like if you hear certain things about your quarterback, it's like, see, you're gonna be
Yeah.
biased about it. Either
Yeah.
way, you're gonna be like, see, I told you he doing good, no matter what
Yeah.
you hear. So that's why I said you both saying it right. It's going all the way to August, and we'll
It's a whole
find out
fact. It's a
when the
whole
time is right. I think it's just gonna be between Coach DuBois, Coach Grubbs. It's just gonna be them two, the only two that know it. So it
Facts.
won't get leaked.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And one more thing, I know we talking about quarterbacks, but let me implement this about Coach Grubb. I love the fact that we have an OC now that's going to be getting at the offensive line. Even though he's the offensive coordinator, he'll be involved with the positions as well, especially the offensive line. You watch. So I love that. Really quickly, guys, I got some top cornerbacks, man. I should have shared the screen, but I didn't. This kid, we got the kid. You hear the echo? Is that mine?
Try muting it again, Coach Carl.
Oh, my fault. For me, it's a kid we got called. His name is Brody Jennings. He's another corner. They really on these cornerbacks. They really on these cornerbacks, man. Brody Jennings, Brandon Arrington, Caden Harris. We got Zion Gibson and Elbert Hill. All these kids are top kids, man, at corner, and they all seem to be interested in Alabama. What do you guys think, man? Starting with you, Coach Carl. Tell me what you think about these corners, man. What do you think about these corners and why they're going after so many long, rangy corners?
For one reason only, you can't never get enough.
Can't never get enough. Facts.
Can't get enough. You got these long range wide receivers, man. A lot of people going out there and getting these 6'4", 6'5" wide receivers. LSU made a living from the tall wide receivers. And
yes, they did. Yes, they did.
See, they got a lot of tall guys. If you're gonna play Florida State probably still got the 6'6" wide receiver. So everybody trying to get longer and get these guys that long and rangy, fast, as you can train them up. They end up becoming first round draft picks too. So you want that first round draft pick money coming back into school. The more kids you ship out to the NFL, the more big time ones come in. And then the second part about it is Coach Mo, man.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Facts.
Phenomenal defensive back coach.
Yeah.
Who knows defense? He knows football. He's hard enough. One. He's not gonna let them get away with shit. Period.
Facts.
He on their ass like flies on shit. Hey, you ain't getting away with nothing with Coach Mo. Coach Mo is hard nosed. He don't play the radio. You make a mistake, he pull you clean out the game right then. He gonna bring you on the sideline. They're gonna eat you up, and then they put you back in the game for the very next play. But they teach these kids, and they love them, but they're hard on them. It's that hard nosed, old school type vibe at Alabama now. It's that vibe when you had Sam Shade and all those kids back there.
Yeah, shout out Shade.
They were getting cut out and treated like crap. Like they getting that type of damn coaching now, but they loving them at the same time. Like you're not allowed to make a mistake. We done been in the film room watching film. You go on the field and you make a mistake, they're gonna eat your ass up. Because we had a whole hour or so in film study. You come out here and make the same mistake. They ain't having it. Like last year, I think there was too much lackadaisia, too much friendly shit going on, and the kids were responding to them how the coaches were treating them. Now they're so tough and they're so hard. Now, man, the coaches really don't even speak to you much. Like they so geared and they so outline or dialed in or how you want to call it. They got the damn welding gun and they just laying out there just welding steel, not paying attention to nothing. They just working on fundamentals. They're working on eye placement. They're working on foot placement. They're working on hand placement. Any little thing that you do that's not technically sound, they eating their asses up. And when those recruits came in last Tuesday, we was up there, they had 5-star recruit. He was on campus. And the way they was drilling and they was getting out on them coaches, man, those kids on the sideline, like, yeah, I don't need this shit. Like, man, we don't get this in high school. And they was loving it. Because it was so hardcore, so short. Even my kids were loving that shit, man. You're like, it was buying into that shit. They were loving that shit. Like they couldn't wait. Like they came back home and they started grinding hard and like in practice. Man, those kids love the way they coaching them. Cater the board. You make a mistake, shit, that man cuss your ass out. Yeah, get your ass off my field. And then the very next time, they jump back in the head of the line trying to get a new rep because they done made the coach upset. And they were not going to the back of the line. They were fighting over reps. Literally trying to get reps. And these kids are loving that shit. I'm telling you, when you got hard-nosed defense and the coach is not playing the radio, these 5-star kids want to play for somebody who's strict. They don't want to come in here and just run over coaches. Most programs they go to, the coach is trying to kiss their ass to get them on campus.
Yeah.
I ain't kissing no ass, bro. They just coaching. And they tell you want to be here, you want to be here. You don't, shit, we'll move on to the next.
Facts. Facts, man. All facts. Brisky. I agree, Coach Carl. I'm happy to hear that too, man. God, I'm so happy to hear that. We need that, just like Janet just said. Brinsky, we got these guys: Brody Jennings, Brandon Arrington, Caden Harris. We have Zion, who's committed, and Elbert Hill. Yep. All these long-range corners. I know you really, really big on that recruiting, man. Yep. And these guys you talk to at the Senior Bowl, and you got connections. What do you feel about that, bro? What do you feel about these long-range corners, just like Coach Carr talked about? What are these guys trying to do, man, for the future?
I appreciate that compliment. Talking about I got the connections.
Man, bro, I seen them Senior Bowl pictures. I saw them.
But yeah, man, Jordan Edmonds, man, we just got him. He's been hound Alabama this whole time, and he's so smooth, man. I didn't know he was so physical.
Facts.
And shout out to him and his dad for liking and reposting the video that I did of him. But he is definitely like that. You can't teach 6'3".
That's a fact.
And he moves just so smooth. Like he is a true lockdown cornerback. So when he gets to Alabama, they're gonna add that weight to him. He's gonna be that guy. Brandon Arrington, the top guy in this class, is just like him, but faster. He's about 6'3" too.
Facts, man.
And I believe this coaching staff has a type of cornerback, and that's my type of cornerback. Because you can't teach these long rangey. You can't just teach height. Like they had a technique and all that. It ain't nothing. Just go over their head. Like the one thing. What's my guy name? We just talking about him last week. Vernon Hargreaves.
Vernon, yeah.
Vernon Hargreaves was good in college, but I think the only knock on him was just his height. You being like 5'10", and you being 5'10", like when you start to get on them bigger wide receivers, like all they gotta do is just throw it over your head. And I seen that happen to him way too many times, especially with a whole bunch of other corner. But if you put like a Dijon Lee or Jordan Edmonds or Damani Jackson and all those type of guys, one, they're gonna be physical with you and they're gonna jump with you.
Facts.
So I like the guys that they recruiting. Elbert Hill is not as tall as them, but kid is very instant. Like he knows that position. Like he is a true. So
I think with every risky by him being not as long as Minky as the other three that they're trying to get in, they're gonna end up doing him like they did Eddie Jackson and saving her, moving back to the safety where he can then cover tight ends and roam a little bit for the free side because he's so fast and so fluid.
Yeah. Well, could put him in Husky.
True.
Like, he can cover, man. Like I wonder, I like, no, man, because they had him up high so long, but these rankings they move him up and down so much or whatnot. Like it's almost laughable when I can't even remember the recruiting site that have Dijon Lee as a 5-star. I'm like, okay,
crazy.
Okay, you turn on the tape. I don't know what else you. This is the prototype, and then you hear all the Ravens in Alabama spring practices. Like, oh man, it's just like every practice you just keep hearing like, oh my God, man, he's really that good.
Yeah, he's a freak.
That's what I'm saying, man. Now I'm like, okay. I just like everything about the recruiting class with this. So these cornerbacks, since we just talking about cornerbacks, yeah, they're going after the right guys. And
Yes, they are.
And then it's competition too. So when Damani go first round this year, it's just gonna bring in more guys. Competition. Let's weed out all the guys from last year or whatnot. That's why I said, before we get off, I think Coach DeBoer didn't want to press too hard because he was new here. Didn't want to push too many buttons. But now it's his team because there's more of his guys coming in there.
Yep.
And if you ain't getting with the program, guess what? They don't have to say anything. The players are going to police that.
And that's when you got a great team.
You guys know better than I do. Them be the best teams when the team policing itself. When the players are policing themselves.
Yeah, and then another thing about that too, Prince, when you're bringing in all these long range corners, quarterback got perfect. You have to be
That's
perfect.
what I'm saying. You can't teach 6'4". You can't teach 6'3". And then if you got long arms, every time. You better throw every ball.
Knock on DJ, what Caleb DeBoer calling DJ Dijon Lee. The only knock on him is his arms was not that long. He had long arms at 6'4". He was more like almost a 7-foot wingspan. Oof.
God said he can't have everything, man. God said he can't have everything.
We got to short you on something, bro. Yeah. Something, right? So if anybody in the chat have any questions, man, put your questions in the chat. We'll be more than happy to answer them. We definitely want to answer you guys' questions if we can, and see what you guys talking about. Love interacting with all the great people here, man. Bama N25 in here doing her thing. Glad to see her up in the chat, man. Love that. Kimberly's always here. Love that. You know what I mean? We all know Janet gonna always be up in here. Love these guys to death. Any questions you guys have, please put them in the chat, and we would do our best to definitely answer them to the best of our ability.
And before they get up here, that's why before they start sending in the question.
Yeah.
One guy, like I keep typing it, Courtney Morgan and Mo Lincoln.
Shout out Courtney.
I really want them to go after Dylan, man. Dylan Marquez Daniels. Well, of course, we call him Quez. It's funny when I call him by his full name. But
LSU.
Oh yeah, both of them that play for BTW in Tuskegee.
Okay.
I really want to because Dylan, I just know what I see. It's just the leadership that I see in him. Like LSU got them one, and I don't think they realized it yet. And then when you keep seeing his ranking just keep going higher, don't be surprised.
Facts. If the kid is good enough to play at LSU defensive back, he's good enough to play at Alabama.
Yeah, he's gonna probably play safety in college. Like he just too extensive, bro. He gonna go to that football, and he's gonna hit. He's not afraid.
Let's keep that real. If the kid can play DB at LSU, he can definitely play DB at Alabama, man. Janet says, "Is Grubb?" I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach.
Because you can't teach what he has. Right? He has the instincts and the killer man. That killer man, you can't teach it. So LSU getting the dog, and the damn they would recruit him.
Facts, man. They better recruit him. Good Lord, if he's from right here in the state, come on now. Janet says, is Grubb a sideline coach or is he in the box guy? I personally prefer them on the side. Me too. I've had both, Janet, in my career, and I've always liked the offensive guy being on the sideline. I don't know. I would have to go back and look at Washington and see was he with the boy on the sideline. Did y'all ever see the Grubb on the sideline?
I think he was on the sideline. I think I'm gonna say yes.
From what I seen in practice, he was standing on top of the rafters like he was in the booth.
Okay. Was that for practice purposes or was that for play calling purposes?
Play calling purposes. Like he was calling on top of
real quick.
Like it's like he was. I understand calling plays from the booth because last year, man, I sat in the booth and that's an offensive guy. Once you get inside that booth, you can see everything that the defense is bringing to you. I saw it from a different perspective. Only difference is as an offensive coordinator, being that he's not the quarterback coach, or it really don't make no sense for him to be on the sideline. They just get in the air and he can just see down and just call plays. from different schemes that he see the defense it does. Because you can run one play 3 different directions. Put a guy in motion, defense stays, you run his zone. The defense carry, you run a man. Then you run a man matchup zone. It depends on how the defense move when you put a guy in motion. And you bring the guy back, put him in motion, bring him back and set him, and then the defense checks out of the play, or they change the defense, call defense all of them. Now you can run the ball straight at them. So it's easier when you send up high. You can see the whole entire field better by being up high. Only issue is that like being you send the 50-yard line, once your team get past the 20-yard line, you can hardly see what defense does. And you can't do it on the sideline anyway. So I'd rather be in the air calling plays than being on the ground, unless I'm the quarterback coach. If I coach the quarterback, I want to be on the ground. If I don't coach the quarterback, I'd rather be in the air. So it really won't bother me with Ryan Groves being in the air or on the sideline because he's not the quarterback coach.
For me, in my experience, I'm opposite of Coach Carr. I hear you, Coach Carr, and you're probably right. I like my OC being on the ground. I didn't like when we had I shouldn't call his name. We had other offense coordinators that was in the booth. I sort of lost the connection to him, and it's almost like the line coach was trying to hype the running backs up, even though he was over there with the offensive line. It just was weird. When we had our offense coordinator, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to James Conner, who was a head coach now. He was always on the sideline, and I could feel his energy. Like he was over there with us, you know what I'm saying? And when I think back of Bama, we won with Sark when he was on the ground. We won with DeBall. What's the Giants coach name? Brian DeBall, when he was on the ground.
I think it's DeBall. No.
Dayball.
Yeah.
When Loxley was up in the booth, we lost. Clemson kicked our asses. When what's his name? Tommy Reeves was up in the booth, kicked our asses. When my man was up in the booth last year, kicked our asses. I just, Lane was on the field, we whooped everybody's ass. I'm biased, you know what I mean? And it's more superstition for me, coach. You know how it is. You got your shimmer shirt under, we lost with that shirt. I'm gonna put on another one. We won with that one, so I'm gonna wear this one next Saturday. You know what I mean? And it's more superstition for me. So I hope that's answer that, Janet.
Coach Sean, all the you named was the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach.
It was QB coach. Okay, I didn't know Lane. Okay, cool. That's good business.
Lane coached his own quarterback, even though they had a QB coach. Lane told the quarterback what he wanted at that point, so he did it from the ground. I saw. Did you see what I saw? Like, Lane was doing both of that. So yeah, I can understand what you're saying. But if Nick Sheridan, the quarterback coach, and Groves on the ground talking to the quarterback,
that should help.
Nick Sheridan gonna feel some type of way. So if that case, Groves on the ground, put Nick Sheridan back in the booth.
Facts.
Because they both will be on the ground at the same time because they could be overreach, oversteps, and
facts. They're both doing the same thing.
It's like they brought Steve Sarkisian in with coach quarterback, even though Lane Kiffin was the quarterback coach in the OC. Lane Kiffin, he cut Sarkisian ass in the booth.
Yeah.
You wouldn't overstepping each other because they two offensive dominant coaches. So he put his ass in the booth, put one on the ground. Can't have two offensive coordinators in the same spot at the same time. And Nick Sheridan probably looking at himself as OC because he done it last year.
Buck says, what about right tackle? For me, Buck, we got a lot of different kids, but I guess Wilkin gonna be out there. Maybe they put I would like to see Wilkin out there because he went through so much early. And the kid actually down the stretch played better than Elijah Pritchard. To me, he played better than Pritchard, man. I'd like to see. I think Wilkins then got bigger and better. I think Wilkins gonna be all right. I would like to put him in there and let him get those game reps, those live reps. It'll be something to watch during the scrimmages and to see, really how he do, man. Kimberly says, hope Alabama offensive line be good this year. Better than last year and protect the quarterbacks. Kimberly, that's the keys to the ignition, that offensive line. All of us agree with you 100%. J Mims says I've got good things about Daniel Hill. Daniel is a thumper, J Mims, And I hope Brinsky talked about him. Coach Carr talked about him. I hope they get that man the ball and let him get the tough yards because he ain't gonna do none of that jukey stuff. You know what I mean? Bama N25. Oh, go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
It's gonna be a hard to tackle Daniel Hill.
Facts, man. Facts.
Daniel Hill
Hill
look like Ryan. What dude name? Ron Dane. Ron
Oh,
Dane.
from Wisconsin.
He look like Ron Dane.
Thumper. He gonna bring the thunder every time he gonna lower them pad level, make you make it a business decision when you hit him, right?
Yeah.
Bama N25 says, "What's your expectations of Red?" Brinsky, go ahead and give yours first.
Oh man, shout out to my guy Phil, man, who used to coach Red down at Central Phoenix City. But I don't know, man. It all depends. I think Red is better at safety, but from everything that I'm hearing and seeing, he looked good at how he been playing. It looked like he definitely improved because he definitely won ready last year. He out of everybody looked like a freshman more than anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't expect much from Red this year. Just keep on improving, and we're gonna see how he does in the future.
Yeah, I think Red. I'm about like with Brinsky. I think he'll be fine. Once Red, I think when I watched Red, he stayed in phase too long. He let the receiver get on top of him, and he didn't have the foot speed to catch up with him. You know what I mean? I think once Red get his tech, now Red will hit you. Hitting has never been his issue.
Very.
It's just when you get him out there by himself, trying to play leverage, he used to always let the receiver eat the cushion up and get on top of him, and then he tried to turn. He would stay in phase too long. Receiver go right by him. That can be taught. I think he'll be fine down the road. Red is a great player. We support Red. Red has a future. He'll be just fine. Coach Carl.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I watched Red. I was one of the main people that I watched. So I watched DBs a lot. The only issue he had, like you said, he stayed in phase too much.
Yeah.
As a DB, because I played DB in high school, you probably can't tell because I'm so big right now. But as a DB, you give up space to a wide receiver. You don't let a wide receiver eat space. You give space.
That's
you go forward, then you do backwards. So you give the wide receiver space and make the wide receiver commit. Once he commit, because you got enough space, you got a 2 or 3 yards cushion on it. You make him make a choice. You're gonna make a curl around, you're gonna go in, or you're going out. You're not going deep on me because I'm giving you cushion. But Red problem is he stays in phase too much, flat footed. So by the time wide receiver get on top of him, he's burnt. If he learn how to back pedal, stay in the back pedal, stay within cushion, and then make the wide receiver
flip his hips.
Yeah, make a wide receiver do something different from there, giving him a shoulder fudge and then go. Red will be okay. But that's the only problem I see in Red. He just stayed in phase too much. And another thing, he's not staying connected to the hips. Keep your eyes on the wide receiver hip and stop looking at the wide receiver face. That's the big issue.
What Coach Carl, say it again, Coach Carl. Get your eyes where?
On his hips and start looking at his face.
Tell him why, Coach. The hips never lie. Shakira made a song.
Yeah. Wherever your hips go, your body goes. You can't. Once you start dancing, the hips move, the body moves. So you can't go nowhere. Your head can't go nowhere without your hips. So you think
hips never lie. Facts. All 1,000,000% facts. Brinsky, here you go right here. Do y'all think Mbakwe is going to crack the wide receiver room? Too stiff for me. Hey, Bama in. She know her stuff. She know her stuff, man. What you think, Brinsky?
No. Plain and simple. No. Too deep. Too many guys that's talented. I don't know, man. I really don't know what he's gonna do. They may just put him out there just because, but I don't know.
He'll get a few plays, but he won't get a whole lot.
Yeah, I just say straight.
They got to get their money out of him, so get a few plays, won't get a whole lot. He probably be more second team because, like I just said, man, that wide receiver room was like 9 deep. So, and I think he probably like 10th man on the roster.
Yeah, I think he'll play, but not. Yeah, I agree. So listen, guys, you guys have been awesome, man. We've been on now hour and 30. You guys have been totally great. At our peak, we had 61 on Twitter and 41, 58. What we got? Had over 100 people at one time. It's dwindled a little bit, but we had a lot of people here watching, man. Thank you guys on both Twitter and YouTube. We really appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome. You always do great jobs. My daughter is finally done with all her stuff, so I get to be coming on more now. You know what I mean? 2 Saturdays ago was supposed to be the end, but they made the regionals, so we had to go last Saturday, and finally a team from Texas put them out. So I'll be on more now. More consistency and more better. Always on with my brother Brinsky, always on with my brother Coach Carl. Really, really, really big shout out to Ty Hayes. Ty always doing big things, man. Check him out at the Final Whistle. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Coach Jantz. Shout out to Piano Man. Shout out to Coach Al. All our ex-clan, if you know what I mean. Shout out to Tez and Jason. Shout out to Clint Lamb and Mick Gillespie. Those guys got a great show. Go check them out. Talk to Clint back and forth on Twitter.
Shout out to Clint.
Shout out to Clint, man. Them guys really, really, really bring it. Big shout out to those guys. Clint actually played ball with my cousin Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them dudes, man. They really, really great at what they do. Make sure you check them out, man. Shout out to the Bama Standard. Shout out to all them guys over there at Bama Standard, man. Them guys do an awesome job, man. Check them out. I wouldn't lead you wrong. Those guys are awesome at what they do. Make sure you check those guys out, man. It's a lot of great Bama content creators. Not only Bama content, but if you just want to talk some football, man, go over there to Jason at Hall of Fame Sports, Oklahoma. Go over there to Coach I, Georgia. I watch a lot of people's platforms just to educate myself on football in general. You know what I mean? Shout out to just everybody, man. Those guys do great jobs. Coach Carl, let everybody know where they can find you. Tap in with these guys on this panel too. Shout out to Piano Man. Much love to my brother Piano Man. Tap in to Piano Man at the Long Run. Piano Man got a really good channel. Shout out to Jay, Uncle Jay Townsend. Tap in with him. All these guys do great things, man. They positive people. They're going to tell you straight what it is. They great at what they do, man. Tap in with them. Coach Carl, tap in with my brothers. Let them know where they can find you.
Find me on YouTube as On the Block Sports Talk with Coach Carl. Right? I want to do live sometimes, man. I don't have a whole lot of time to drop videos. And when I do drop videos, for some odd reason, my volume don't be there, so I have to end up deleting them. But so I try to do the quick live just to get my point across. So if you don't tap in, it may be early in the morning. If you don't tap in, it's okay. Fine with just like a video for me dropping a video. But you can find me on the Block Sport Talk on YouTube, or you can find me on Twitter, X, at Coach KD Taylor, and you can find me on Instagram. It's just KD Taylor 34 on Instagram. Then hit me up, we can chat. Whatever you want to know, man, you can drop topics you want to talk about, and then we'll jump on here and we'll talk about it with you. And I appreciate y'all showing up. Appreciate you for having me, Sean. Brinsky, my brother.
Always, my brother.
King of media right there, Brinsky. Doing big things, man. Y'all check out Brinsky. Y'all check out TikTok, man, and his Twitters, man, because the thing that we talk about, especially with Coach Sean, Brinsky, and Tez, know what they've been talking about on these live. Brinsky been putting together with the players. You're putting the videos with their commentary with players, and then Brinsky putting it on TikTok, Brinsky putting it on their Twitter. Y'all get on there, man. Y'all like it. Y'all follow his TikTok. Brinsky, put your TikTok in the chat, man, so people can go there and TikTok. Because the things that he's doing, man, is phenomenal. Brinsky started doing things that I haven't seen people done, and then now I start seeing people doing what Brinsky
people copying him. Yeah.
And he dropping commentary with videos, and now people copying what Brinsky is doing. So Brinsky is trendsetting around here, man. So that's why we do, man. So big
too kind, man.
Hey, man, tap in with Coach Carl. Love it. And look, one thing really quickly before you go, Brinsky, Kimberly is 100% right. Can't forget my brother, KB, Kangaroo Black. Make sure y'all go tap in with Kangaroo Black, man. You got to tap in, bro. All these guys are awesome. I watch their shows. Tap in with Teague's Take too. Teague's Take, these guys do great things. I got to catch back up with these guys. Love George, love JT, Kangaroo Black. All these dudes' channels we named are awesome. They positive, and they're gonna keep it real with you as far as the football side of it go, and not the other stuff that come with it. Right? Shout out to you guys.
Too, Coach.
Who?
Marvin constantly have a channel called Constantly Something.
Constantly Smoking. I forgot
Yeah.
about them, boy. When I Bama Standard, but tap in with Smoke and Marvin Constant. You know what I'm saying? The head buster himself. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with Marvin. You know what I'm saying? And Smoke. Them dudes got a new channel. It's popping. It's cracking, and they gonna keep it real with you. They're not gonna sugarcoat it and play the violin and all that. You know, they're gonna keep it real with you. Bama. That's what we about over here. Bama. Nick, you right about that, man. We appreciate you, brother. And I can't leave without answering my brother Jay Mims' question. Jay Mims say, who you guys have as the third running back? Really quickly, the third running back, I probably have Jam, Richard, and probably
Dang.
It's Daniel.
I honestly don't know. I mean, because I hadn't seen the new guys play yet. They say my man that came from Louisiana is a thumper. That's what I hear. We know Kevin Riley is similar to Richard, but I'm sure it's probably gonna be Daniel Hill. It's probably gonna be the thumper himself, Daniel Hill. If I had to guess, Jay Mims.
Yo,
Who you guys got?
Here's the third running back, but transfer kid that you're talking about, he's the third down running back. Him and AK Dill. Those are third down running back.
AK, yeah. What about you, Briskin?
Daniel Hill.
Okay, same thing. Likewise, man. Brinsky, let them know where they can find you. And Christian, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you. It's y'all, you guys, man.
I
You
swear.
guys show up. We nothing without you guys showing up, man. We just
Absolutely.
appreciate all of you, man. Anitra, Bama 2025, Kimberly, Nick, Janet, all y'all, man. Love y'all to death, man. Go ahead, Brinsky. Let them know where y'all can find. Tap in with Carl, tap in with Brinsky. Listen to this right here.
Oh yeah, man. Well, y'all can definitely tap in with me on YouTube at the Sharpshooters Podcast. I put it right there in the chat. I put Coach Carl link in there too. So you guys go on over there so he can finally hit a 100 subscriber. Please. It's not hard. Just click and subscribe.
Go over there right now. Tap in with that link right now and go tap in with Coach Carl.
If you don't
Get
see
him
it,
to 100.
Roll up a little bit. Trust me, it's there. I put it right there.
Yes.
Of course, if you're not subscribed to Coach Sean, go subscribe to Coach Sean right now. We own his channel, so it's easy. Just go up there and subscribe. And mine is right there. Just go right there. Just click on it. Subscribe to the channel. On the road to 800 subscribers. Like they were saying, I've been putting out a lot of shorts lately. The goal this year was to get 3,000 subscribers plus. So just being more on top of it this year. And my TikTok is the same name, the Sharpshooters Podcast, plain and simple. Just go on there. You can hear little short clips from Coach Sean. Coach Sean is very popular on TikTok. I don't think he realized that.
I gotta get TikTok, bro. I gotta get it.
That's why I say it's a few of those things on there. The people be talking. I be trying to get them to YouTube. They coming to YouTube, checking us out. They love what Coach Sean saying. I got to make some on there. I got to make some with Coach Al on there. Tez had a good one on there. And Ty had a viral one too. So just go on over there and subscribe. Go follow the TikTok, and of course my Twitter is B_sharp on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it. Just come over there. I'm pretty much posting a lot of sports stuff on there, or just talking mess with anybody, man. Appreciate all y'all tapping in. Like Coach Sean say, we ain't nothing without you guys.
Next.
It's more fun when you guys are interacting. Trust me, it's a whole lot more fun.
Yes, it is.
Because we may want to talk about something, then y'all may ask us a question. We talking about something else, like, oh, I like that question. So y'all just keep on going. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, man. And one quick thing, Coach Sean. I want to thank Auntie Janet, man, for logging on. Man, giving me the views. Much love. I'm gonna have to
subscribe, people.
To get your phone so I can send you a gift.
Facts. We appreciate you guys, man. You guys are what make it possible. We just want to talk football. That we're like-minded people, man. We love our team, right? And shout out to all the HBCUs out there, man. Shout out to them. We got late Papa in, our resident Georgia fan. James, what's up, bro? What's going on, James? You are
call the dog catcher right now. Call him right now.
Call the dog catcher, man. That's the homeboy, James, man. Love James for sure.
That's why I say I'm glad he didn't log on, Coach Sean, because he been stealing our secret run over there.
James, we love you, brother. But the week we play y'all, we can't talk. We can't talk that whole week, man. We gonna talk, but that when Friday come, we do our pregame. We gotta represent our teams, man. And we'll chime in and have a good time after the game, man. Much love to James Richards and much love to them dogs over there in Georgia doing their thing. Got to give them all respect in the world. Looking forward to coming down to Athens this year and putting lashes to your asses, right? But you know what I'm saying? Much love, James. Much respect to you, brother. Love you to death, man.
You got to bring him back. B2A, man.
Yeah, belt to ass nation, bro. We coming deep down to the Athens, brother. We coming deep. But Brinsky, I'm gonna let Brinsky end this live. You can find Coach Sean at JMHO Sports Talk right here on Twitter and YouTube. JMHO is just my humble opinion. That's all this is, right? No insider here, nothing. Just my humble opinion. Brinsky, you got to talk. Miss Janet wants you to let everybody know the slogan, right? And shout out to Tez, our favorite Auburn fan. Wherever you are, Tez, we're thinking about you. Shout out to all my boys that's Auburn fans. This is for y'all.
F them trees, F Toomer's Corner, and F everything Auburn. And I hope y'all lose tonight.
Amen. Amen. Much love to everybody, man. Roll Tide. Much love to James. Much love to everybody in the chat. Roll Tide to you all.
Roll Tide, everybody.